Hey everyone, it's Fantayzia and welcome to another mod video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys mods that just give you the most realistic pregnancy and birth possible. So I have a list here, so we're going to go through them all together. Before we do, let's do our notification shout out, and this one goes to Peebs. Is that how you say it? I don't know if I'm mispronouncing your name. If I am, please correct me. I don't know if it's Peebs, Phoebes, or if both of those are wrong, but thank you so much for your comment. I really do appreciate it. I'm glad you love my videos, and if you guys want a chance to be in a notification shout out, all you gotta do is comment down below. So first things first, we gotta get the process going. So our sim here is not even pregnant, and with that I have some mods that kind of make it more realistic when it comes to trying for a baby. So let's go ahead and start going over those. So a few of these mods you definitely might know of. I mean, you might know all of them, it kind of depends, but if you're new to the game, then some of these might be completely new to you. I'm gonna go ahead and just delete this couch here, but yeah, I know some of you guys are new players because obviously the base game became free, so you know, if you're still trying to like figure out mods, definitely let me know if there's certain mod videos you want me to do, you know, even if they're kind of mod videos that may have been like similar to things in the past that I've done and things like that. I feel like when there's new players, you know, it's nice to have some like tutorials of like, you know, how to do this, how to do that, best mods for like new players and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been really inspired to do mod videos. Let's go ahead and get the cutest computer ever, and then we'll go ahead and just grab a random chair here. It really doesn't matter. So we're going to be going over a few things with MC Command Center first, and with MC Command Center there's the MC Woohoo add-on. So you're going to need to download the add-on specifically for this stuff. So when you click on the computer and go to MC Command Center, you're going to see MC Woohoo, and then there's Woohoo Actions, Pregnancy, Reactions, all of that. So for actions, something else, if you want to make like pregnancy more realistic when it comes to like who can get pregnant, you can go ahead and allow teens. We're not going to worry about that for this video, but yes, you can go ahead and enable that, you know, allow try for baby, stuff like that. But in Woohoo Pregnancy, there is risky Woohoo percent, and then there is try for baby percent. So both of these can definitely make the pregnancy like more realistic when it comes to like, you know, say you have a couple and they're ready to start trying and you want them to start trying in a realistic way, then this is the way to do that. Specifically for trying for a baby, like if they're trying on purpose, like I would say try for baby percentage should be changed. So default it's on 80, but you can put it even lower. It might make me restart the game for this to take effect, so keep that in mind, but you know, you could just do like 50%. You can do that. It might actually it's not telling me to restart, so maybe it'll work right away. And then risky Woohoo, I personally only have it on 10 because you know, it can happen really easily, so there's that. So we're gonna go ahead now that, you know, try for baby is on 50%, we're gonna have them try for a baby. So we're gonna start the process. So it actually says here try for pregnancy with Pablo, so let's go ahead and do that and we'll see if she ends up pregnant. So basically I'm gonna like show you guys mods based on the stage of pregnancy that we're in. So when she's pregnant I can show you guys some more stuff, but this is kind of just like, you know, how I would get the process started if I just wanted them to start trying in a realistic way, to just have it to be the most realistic as possible. So they're gonna do their thing, we're just gonna let them do that. Oh, also let me get rid of this. We're gonna like I'm in like a separate save from the scenario save that I was in, but then it's just like copied over, so yeah, ignore that. Also, don't be going to work. We're gonna stay home. All right, so now that they've done their little woohoo, we can actually go ahead and take a pregnancy test. But if you have the realistic birth mod, which I will go into more, then you can go ahead and take a pregnancy test. So that mod is included. However, I'm gonna show more like later, but I will be showing little things, you know? So this is the next thing that I would do, is take a pregnancy test with that mod. So this one is free. So this is how you know like what is which. The pregnancy test with the game is 15 simoleons, and this is free. This just has a more realistic animation, and I just really like it. Another thing, actually, let's do before that. So this is another thing that I feel like adds realism, and this is from, well, I was gonna say Wicked Whims, but I think I'm gonna link Wonderful Whims because everything I'm gonna show today is in Wicked Whims and Wonderful Whims. So yeah, you don't really need Wicked Whims if you just want a more realistic pregnancy process. You can get all the same stuff with Wonderful Whims. So yeah, then you can go ahead and take a fertility awareness test. I would say do this like before the pregnancy test, or maybe even before you try for a baby, just to kind of see like when your sim is fertile. So I guess we'll see, right? So I'm gonna have to show you guys like little bits and pieces of different mods, like, you know, combined. So far I've shown a little bit from MC Command Center, and then a little bit from Wonderful Whims, and then we're about to do a little bit from the realistic birth. So let's go ahead and see. Okay, Jennifer's fertility awareness test resulted in 40% chance of becoming pregnant. Okay, not bad. So let's go ahead and take a pregnancy test. So this is the one with realistic birth. So let's see. With my G-shade preset, you guys will be able to kind of see like what's happening. You see here, there's a pregnancy test. So if you guys, want the blur in the game, you don't want to take the blur away, but you want to be able to still see what's happening with things like this, then definitely go ahead and grab my G-shade preset. It is free on my Patreon. My Patreon's linked down below. It's called Serenity. You'll see it on my Patreon page if you just scroll down like a little bit. Completely free to download. And yeah, so this just, it's cute. Now, if you don't have the blur on, it's even cuter, of course. Like, this isn't actually an actual pregnancy test. Okay, so she is not pregnant. So that means they would still have to continue to try, which I just really like that, Like, I don't know. I think it's way more realistic because I don't know about you guys, but usually if I do try for baby, my sim is pregnant on the dot like every single time, especially if her fertility right now is 40% chance. And I know it's not like, it's not low, it's not high, it's like almost in the middle, but still, regardless, I would literally still, my sim would get pregnant every single time. The only time my sims would sometimes get a negative pregnancy test is when I just do risky woohoo. Try for baby though, always pregnant on the dot. So they're gonna keep trying. If she doesn't get pregnant this time, I'm just gonna go ahead and make her pregnant. So just so we can like progress in the next step of realistic pregnancy. Oh, and of course you can see here, no protection was used. So I like that as well. So again, let's go ahead and have her take a pregnancy test. And let's see if she's pregnant now. She might not be able to get pregnant at all today, but I guess we'll see. Nope, she's still not pregnant. So I'm going to go ahead and make her pregnant. However, another thing you can do when you want to start trying is you can go ahead and ask if Pablo wants children. So you can ask your significant other if they want children and stuff like that. So you can do all these little steps to just make it feel a lot more realistic. And then of course she's getting negative pregnancy tests and they want a baby, they're trying. So you can talk about the negative pregnancy test. So that's with the Woohoo Wellness Pregnancy Overhaul mod, and I just feel like that's a must-have for anything pregnancy related, to be honest. So it says here, I'd be all right with having a child. I'd also be all right with not having a child. So I just really like that. So with the Woohoo Pregnancy Overhaul mod, you will see like the sim has a different trait here if they want kids or don't want kids. So she's neutral to having children, and then I think he is as well. Yes. So you can change that. You can go ahead and, choose their preferences. You can go ahead and define preference regarding having children. So like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and make her pregnant with MC Command Center really fast, just so we can kind of start this process. And we'll go ahead and have her have a pregnancy with Pablo. Honestly, I think she would really like a sister. She has a brother, and I feel like she'd really like a sister. So we're going to go ahead and do one female. But yeah, of course, usually I'd let that happen naturally. But, they're having a little bit of a hard time trying. Honestly, not really, because it was their first day trying. So I wouldn't say that that's like a struggle at all. But, Okay, you guys. So, of course, when you force them to be pregnant, you're not going to get to take a pregnancy test. But I went and had them just woohoo really fast so she could take a pregnancy test. We've made her pregnant. So now she is eating for 2, and she does get a moodlet here. So because of the Woohoo Wellness and Pregnancy Overhaul mod, she has the expecting. This pregnancy feels like a special and important time in Jennifer's life. She feels reasonably ready for it. A little scared, a little enthused, a little everything, to be honest. Some look at her like she should be happier, but Jennifer is taking it in stride without any extreme emotion. So depending on if you want kids, don't want kids, neutral to having kids, you will go ahead and have different moodlets here. So yeah, there is that. So now the official process has begun. Now there's a whole bunch of options with Woohoo Wellness and Pregnancy Overhaul. So she's pregnant, so she can go ahead and announce news of pregnancy. We can ask to accompany to abortion. So if your sim doesn't want a baby, then you can go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and offer to go to early parenthood class, organize to provide for the baby. You can also worry about putting on baby weight. You can tell Pablo he fathered Jennifer's child, or you can tell him that he didn't, which is going to create a lot of drama. So if you're having like a situation where your sim slept with multiple people, you can do these sorts of things. And then you can share worries about pregnancy. So you can turn this into a very dramatic situation. We're not going to do that right now because then I won't be able to show you guys everything else. But we are going to go ahead and announce the news of pregnancy to him. So she is going to do that. This is just such a better process, I feel like. I don't know. I just love this. Like, it's so much cuter. Okay, so she is telling him, and okay, so future parents united. Jennifer's partner took the news of the pregnancy rather well, not madly overjoyed, not sad. Just like Jennifer herself, actually. They're both ready to live this experience to the full with a clear and reasonable mind. So, you know, if they feel differently, like say one of them wants a kid, one of them doesn't, you're gonna get different moodlets based off that. So they're both neutral to it. He has addition to the family. So yeah, that's what he has there. So now she's told him. Now, another mod that I have that you guys like might notice small things here and there. So as you can see, like for example, she's pregnant, but her bump is not really sticking out. So I really want to like pay attention to that because usually Sims kind of get a big bump right away. So I'm going to even change her, not a big bump, but I just feel like they get a bump that's a little too big for the first trimester. You can see like she basically looks the same. So she's currently not showing. And that's just from the pregnancy overhaul mod, not Woohoo Wellness pregnancy overhaul. This is a separate mod by Little Miss Sam. And it makes it so the first trimester you're not really showing. And I love that because I feel like as soon as your Sim takes a pregnancy test, they instantly have a bump. So you guys will notice there's also other things with that mod. Of course, I'll have everything linked down below so you can read more, but basically it just makes the pregnancy like a lot more realistic. So I love, love, love that. So another thing we can do on the calendar, or you can do it on the phone, is plan a baby shower. So I'm not going to be doing this in the video. I'm just going to kind of like explain to you guys how it works. So of course you can add an event and then you're going to see baby shower. So if you guys want to read more about it, I'll have it linked down below. I have also done full videos on it and I've used it in my Let's Plays, but yeah, it's basically exactly what you think it is. You can do gold or no gold, and someone's having a baby. Throw a baby shower to celebrate the delivery or expected birth of a child or the transformation of someone to a parent. So, and then you get a reward of a rockabye bassinet and then you get some money. So it's a very simple, you know, event. It's nothing crazy, you know. Obviously the events in The Sims, like it's really hard to make them actually feel like what they are. So sometimes it's like that even with the modded ones. This is good though. You know, you have some different things you have to do, some different goals that are like baby related, like feel the belly and stuff like that. And to make it even more realistic, you could, you know, get some like baby CC and like decorate it to look like a baby shower. That's what I've done in the past. But yeah, overall it'll just feel like a normal party other than the goals of like feel belly, things of that sort. But nonetheless, it's super cute. It's like an added thing you can do while your Sim's pregnant. You know, I think it's special and I really hope this gets added to the game like officially eventually. Okay, so if we click on him, like I said, there's so many options with the Woohoo Wellness pregnancy overhaul. So when you go to relationship wellness, another thing you can do, like, you know, before you start trying and stuff like that, obviously we're now ahead of this, but still, so you can go ahead and ask to stop using a Woohoo protection. So this is like when you haven't started trying yet and you want to discuss trying, like, hey, let's stop using protection, let's make it family. So yeah, you can do that. So he can go ahead and question being the father of Jennifer's child, so he can do all of that. You can ask to do a paternity test. There's so many different things you can do. We're not going to worry about that because I mean, I feel like, you know, they know that he's the father, of course. Like, I don't think we need to do that. But I do love that. I think that's cool. We can offer to go to early parenthood class, all of that fun stuff. So, you know, you do all that stuff, you know, you're early in the pregnancy, you can get all that done. And then let's say you're further along in your pregnancy. So we're going to go ahead and just cheat her a little bit further along. We're going to go ahead and just put her in the second trimester, and then you will see she should get a bump. There we go. But it's not as big as it usually is. So the next one we're going to go over is the ultrasound scan. Now, I do want to say there is multiple ways to, you know, go to the doctor and stuff like that with even the pregnancy overhaul mod. So we can go ahead and discover the baby's birth gender for 200 simoleons. So there's that way to do it. And then you actually go to the doctor and stuff like that. And then you'll find out with just basically a little notification. However, I mean, you can do it that way, but you can also go and actually get an ultrasound scan where you can actually like have the photo of the ultrasound. So I used to use this all the time. So if you click on the travel category, you're going to be able to visit a gynecologist. So this is how you can go and actually get ultrasound photos. So, and then you find out the gender, but it's up to you. Like if you don't want this mod, you know, you want to keep your mods as minimalized as possible, you can just have the Woohoo Wellness pregnancy overhaul and then you'll get the option to go find out the birth that way too. But if you want the little ultrasound photo, then definitely do it this way. So cute. Okay, so they're back and this is super exciting. So they get a moodlet here. Exciting news because of ultrasound examination. It is exciting to find out the gender and number of the upcoming offspring. Now the setting up and decorating of the nursery can begin. Okay, cute. She's also a little sick, which is unfortunate because she is pregnant. So he has the same little thing here. And then you will have an ultrasound in your inventory, which yeah, I just love this part. I think it's so cute. So you can pull this out. Wait, what? What happened? Is it because we tried for a baby right after like forcing the pregnancy? Oh my god. She's most likely having 2 boys and 1 girl. We're having triplets. She has triplets in her belly, you guys. But this is so cute. Like, I just love that you can have an actual ultrasound photo like this here. I don't know. I really like that. I cannot believe that she's having triplets. What is going on? So, you know, that's another step you can do to kind of just make it feel more realistic. And then, you know, you can go and tell the whole family we're having triplets. Like, that would be insane. Like, that's just crazy. Even with the baby shower, you can have a little gender reveal in there too. You know, you can kind of, you know, just use your imagination. That would be cute. So now that, you know, she's had her ultrasound scan, she has, you know, done things with the father. They've discussed things. She's in the 2nd trimester. Of course, you can do more things that we're not doing here today, like organize to provide for the baby, all of that stuff. So of course you would do more things than what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like showing you guys it. The next thing would just be take it easy. You know, she might get some pregnancy cravings. This is another thing that like more things happen that I can't show you guys. Like she will get cravings here from these mods. I believe it's from the Woohoo Wellness Pregnancy Overhaul where, you know, you'll crave like greasy food and stuff and you're gonna have to go have your sim eat that. They might even crave healthy food and then go make a healthy meal and it'll satisfy them. So there'll be things like that happen with these mods, which is super fun. And then last but not least is the realistic birth, which is like my favorite. So let me go ahead and have her get on the phone. We are gonna have to go ahead and call obstetrician so we can like plan the birth and stuff like that. So you can either do the surgery machine, which is just the thing that comes with the game. You can do natural delivery, which will just be the hospital birth. You can do a C-section. So this will also be at the hospital, and then home birth. So you could either do the water birth, there's a little pool, or you can do it on the bed. So those are your options. It's totally up to you what you want to do. And what I'm going to do for this video is probably insert some clips from another video that I did showing this off, only because it's a very long process. So if I go ahead and have her go to the hospital and everything like that, we will be here all day because the hospital birthing process, even the home birth, it's like 2 full sim days. Like it's very realistic, you know, so prepare for that. It's like a whole experience. So we're just gonna do like natural delivery, and then you can choose this option. And then Jennifer has chosen natural delivery. If you change your mind, you may call your obstetrician again at any time to choose a different birthing option. So from here you would just wait, you know, until she goes into labor. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put her into labor. So once she's in labor, instead of it just being like, you know, she's just going to either just give birth to the baby right here with the bassinet, or she just goes to the hospital and it's like she can either go alone and she just disappears, or you can go with her, but then like the machine happens. It's super unrealistic. The machine like pulls the woman's heart out. And it's just crazy. Instead of that, it'll be a more realistic process. So you click on your sim, you can have the baby at the hospital, or if you want to do the home birth, you can start home birth. But I think you need to change it first when you call your obstetrician. But yeah, you would click have baby at the hospital, and then you'll just load into the hospital as you usually would. But instead of it being the way it usually is, it will have this whole realistic process. So like I said, I'm going to insert some clips of my sim just giving birth and kind of like explain to you guys. So like I said, it's like a 2-day process. You can speed it up by doing certain things. Like there's a little ball, like a little yoga ball. Your sim can do some birthing exercises on there. You can also get the epidural. So you can do that and it'll help your sim. It'll just ease the pain for them. They will get a moodlet for that. You know, they can walk around the hospital to kind of speed up the process, and then the doctor can check the dilation. So you might start off like only 2 centimeters dilated or something, and then you got to work your way up to 10, and then it'll be time to push, and then the baby comes out like very realistically in everything. If you don't have the blur, you can see everything. If you do have the blur, it depends on like if you have a G-shade preset that allows you to see some stuff. Mine, you can see some like shadowing, and basically, yeah, like she'll be pushing realistically, you know, like everything will just be very realistic. And then with the C-section, very realistic again. I've done that one too, and it looks, you know, pretty similar to how it would in real life. Obviously not everything is going to be spot on, but it's like, guys, this has got to be like one of the most realistic mods I've ever seen. There's so many realistic mods for The Sims 4 now, but this one, something about like all the different animations, it is crazy that this was done. If you guys don't know, this is by fantayzia, and it's just so good. I highly recommend replacing your hospital for this as well. Like get a hospital that has like a whole food court and everything like that, because you're going to be there for a while, and then it just feels even better. when I did full videos on this mod, it felt so like real and just, I don't know, exciting when the hospital was set up like a real hospital. And yeah, I don't know, it was just a whole thing. So guys, I think that is pretty much it. I know, kind of weird, we like jumped to clips from my other video, but I thought that was the best way to kind of show you guys what happens with a realistic birth if you've never used it before. I recommend all of these. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been wanting to do this for a little while, and I've done like a lot of separate videos on these mods, but I've never done like, you know, a full video combining a bunch of mods that make pregnancy and birth more realistic. So I thought I would go ahead and do that. Like I said, the links will be down below in an organized post. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys are all having an amazing, amazing day. And don't forget to leave some positivity down below. I love you guys also so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!
The night is young, so